Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of East 10 Nordics running on PC. Okay, so we are heading south-ish.
A blessing from our divine master.
Luck's on our side.
What a great find!
Wait, how am I getting there? Oh, I have to go around the other way, I think. Too many land masses.
Okay, let's pick up the pace.
Quick as a flash! Well, it doesn't seem entirely useless.
Oh yeah! Time to take it back!
I can help out too!
Mercy me!
Crap! They're all around us! Blast them!
Another ice is bringing
Rip them
me!
apart!
No way around it! And mercy me! Sail!
I brought refreshment! Cannons!
Blast
Give
them!
it your all!
How do you
Don't
like
forget,
that?
I'm still a Norman.
No barrier in our way now! Let's head ashore! Here's where things really heat up!
It's okay. We've got this.
Switch out! Hup! Next! Don't let your guard down just yet, Adol. Be happy! Almost there. No
Yeah,
losing focus
this game is
now.
not about ranged weaponry. We don't really have a lot of stuff for ranged enemies.
Done and dusted. That's one more part of the goal freed.
Let's let the others back on the ship know. Yes! Aced it!
Something else here.
I think I'll take that.
A new island.
Looks useful.
Should we disembark on it?
Drop anchor! We're going ashore!
Should be a good spot to rest.
Switch out!
Someone's over there. And look, they're in danger. Are they? Ah, you two have come my way at last. Eagerly have I been awaiting at this moment. Now, show unto me the radiance you hold. Oh, she seems pretty unbothered. It's strange, all right, but that can wait until after we save her. All right, that was the last of them.
The red-haired boy and the azure princess. At last we meet. I am but a mere observer, Please, call me Gila. Whether this encounter was inevitable or simply happenstance, none can say.
He didn't so much as flinch. Just what kind of nerves have you got, lady? I did not foresee myself being drawn into that bout. Therefore, there was no reason for me to move. That is all. My crystal ball sees all that can be seen in any event. Are you from Karnak? Doesn't look that way to me, but come to think of it, I do remember seeing you there the day the town was attacked. I am merely a wayfarer, though the same can be said of all who follow fate's winding path. Won't you allow me to accompany you on your journey? I would like there to be a witness to the future you reach firsthand. I'm getting worn out just listening to this. Well, we can't just abandon you here, so come on, we'll lead you to the ship. Alright, more ship level ups. You can obtain mana seeds by using crystal shards to perform mana seed divination. Destiny will decide what kinds you get, but using catalyst items will influence their types and ranks. Okay. Ooh, blessed paper.
That's the stuff. Pretty sure something's around here. Didn't expect this here. Oh? Seems we got fish in the water. Maybe I'll throw a few lines. Got it right!
That's the way.
Come here, you! You put up quite a fight!
I wonder what you'll catch.
Got it right!
Oh, hey, Hobostar.
That's not right. Come on.
Oh, that's okay about the WRC. We're both playing the same game.
Seems about right.
We're missing much besides me kind of flubbing the courses all the time. And I did talk about the VR mode on that game, which I said is a little disappointing. Because if you play that game in VR, WRC 24, then what they did is they modeled the cockpit, pretty well. So you get a good sense of 3D and depth on the cockpit. But then the road itself was not modeled all that great. So the road kind of looks flat. Like the cockpit looks great, and then the road is flat. I was like, well, I want my VR for the road to be in VR, and, I'm okay if the cockpit's flat. So, yeah, a little weird, the priority they took. And, of course, VR mode, the graphics take a pretty big hit. So, probably better to play that one in 2D. It wasn't the kind of driving experience I thought I was going to have.
Can't believe this was just floating around.
Yeah, I just got my my copy of GT7 in the mail,
Majestic scenery.
so I'm going to install that tonight.
Waste not, want not.
Again, everybody says it's really awesome, so I'm gonna see how how honest people are.
This might come in handy.
Chew on this!
Because in general, the PSVR 2 has been pretty good for the games that work with it. You know, it's not like a gigantic library, but it does work well for what is there.
A blessing from our divine master.
Okay, so it is fun. Yeah. Again, I've heard it's the best one of all the GTs. So I'm looking forward to it. There's something that looks like a city off the bow, or off the bow. Distance is around 1,800 melee away. A city? For real? You're not just seeing things? Oh, shut it. I thought the same thing, and I double and triple checked. There are definitely buildings over there, and a whole lot of them at that. Ezer, do you know what this place is? I'm afraid not. This is my first time in the region as well. Well, the only way onward is for us to sail past it. Steady as she goes, Adol.
Be careful.
If you need some muscle,
Yeah, that's good.
I'm your guy.
Got kind of a smooth brain when it comes to racing games, so, you know, if it's a little easier for me to play, the better. Wow, from up close, this place looks even bigger than Karnak. Those buildings are in ruins, but they don't appear to be ancient per se. Reminds me of the ruins in the Orlan Islands. Who knew Obelia Gulf had a whole half-second city just sitting around? Off the bow, there's a giant bridge in our path. Say what? Or off the bow. Oh, I keep saying bow. Oh, right on the other side. It's completely blocking the route. Yes, and there aren't any viable detours, but by the looks of things. Oh, come on. Don't tell me we came all the way here just to hit a dead end. No, judging by its construction, there appear to be giant floodgates installed on its arches. It should be possible to open them, assuming they're still operable. Sounds like something we'll need to check out in person. Adol, look for a place we can dock.
A new island. Maybe we can go ashore.
Drop anchor! We're going ashore!
Oh yeah, I've heard that about the replay system. I'm assuming you can adjust the difficulty, so if you want the brain dead competition, you can have it. But you know, obviously you'd want something that's a little competitive. Okay, it's not long of a walk to those floodgates from here. Once you're ready, let's head out. It sucks because season 2 of TDU is almost here, so I'll be playing like 3 racing games at once. Just take a look at this, you two. To think so much of the city would still be intact. Try not to plop a blood vessel, old man. Almost forgot you're as nuts for this stuff as Adol. I can't believe I have to say this, but don't go wandering off. Might be more than just beasts in these parts, you know. Oh, no need to worry about that. I have to guard the ship, after all. But in exchange, I ask only this. That you tell me every last detail about any discoveries you make. Always with this guy. Come on, brother, let's go. These ruins may well hold the key that unlocks the mysteries of Obelia Gulf. My, but what could be more riveting? Do tell me about any discoveries you make. The Pro, yeah. I'm assuming I will never play Pro either. What's this? A monument? Right, capital of the Duchy of Norgard, the land built by the greater leader of the North. The Duchy of Norgard? And what's this about their leader from the North? Were they Norman? Maybe. Your guess is as good as mine. Can't picture it being any of those ruthless cutthroats from the runestones we've seen, though. Just what could have wiped out this entire country, anyway? Maybe it sank in the sea during the Great Calamity. That's one possibility. Well, maybe there's a runestone here somewhere that'll probably clear it up. But first things first, let's check out those floodgates. And here I was wondering why you weren't on the ship. Eager to spread your wings, huh? I can relate. Oh, brother. I guess birds of a feather really do flock together.
Switch! Oh? Seems we got fish in the water.
I mean, the good thing about Gran Turismo, it's every kind of race, because that team loves racing games. It's every kind of race that you want to race with every kind of car you want to race.
Want to take a break here?
Oh, Tokyo GT. Oh, these guys take a little bit more of a smacking than...
Switch!
$30,000 payout. They should do the prizes like they do with the pachinko machines. You know, they just give you like a bunch of toys, then you have to go next door to cash it in for cash.
See if we can't monoride our way across.
$30,000 in like Pokemon toys. You have to play a gacha game. Or one of the crane games to get your prize. Make it a real Japanese experience.
Let's make tracks.
Oh, interesting. They even have a little prediction system, huh? So there is some semi-gambling in it. definitely a very Japanese detail to put in a game. That's the thing about the Japanese developed racing games. It's not always about the driving experience. Sometimes it's about the spectator experience as well. So they'll put stuff like that in there, which I don't think a lot of other people would think about. Oh, okay. That really is.
Switch! How's that? You?
Darn it. I'm just getting him to face the right direction is challenging.
You?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing it.
A treasure chest. Let's make tracks. A rare find.
Oh, it's interesting how this map is laid out. Copper view. Yeah, that makes sense for a GT game. I think the thing that's always been true about the GT games is the cockpit experience has always been the best, and it's it doesn't feel. I don't know. Like other games, it feels like it's just there as a decoration. Whereas it really makes sense in a GT game to race in the cockpit. Sort of like TDU too, you know. Although, you know, I race without the cockpit at all on TDU. I just do the bumper cam. But yeah, in GT that makes sense. I mean, they go through and the trouble of sampling all the different sounds across different environments for every single vehicle. It's crazy stuff what they go through.
And we're off.
Oh, really? Yeah, I actually guess I never tried the cockpit mode in TDU. I always just played bumper cam.
This might come in handy here.
I should see how much it destroys the frame rate. I mean, Test Drive was like the innovator. They were like the original pioneer of that cockpit view. Seems kind of a shame that that engine is so so inefficient.
Let's make tracks.
Oh, that sucks. Wow. Okay. Well, hopefully my system doesn't do that. That would really suck. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it probably just depends on what kind of PC you have, whether it's fine or not, right? I mean, I think I'll be okay. I've actually gotten the frame rate down pretty good. And I have like a ton of memory that's free. So hopefully it'll be okay.
A rare find.
Actually modded that I modded TDU to do side-by-side 3D. So so I actually play that game in 3D now.
Let's make tracks. Think again. No chance. Let's go. Let's go. How's that?
Oh, I didn't kill that thing?
No chance. How's that?
Oh, nice. Bought a new TV.
Pretty sure something's around here.
Yeah, I wonder what it is about that engine that is so demanding.
Okay, let's ride.
I mean, it is a good-looking game. Don't get me wrong, but you know, there are other good-looking games that run a lot better. Maybe they'll figure it out someday. I mean, hopefully that game's around for a while. Going up this way should take us inside the bridge. Ezra said that there'll probably be a lever or something that raises the gates. Let's go looking for it.
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around.
Yeah, it probably is just a inexperienced team. These ravens again, just like in that abandoned building on the Orlan Islands. These guys really bailed us out. What do you think their story is? I swear, Adol, everything's got to have a legend with you. Though in this case it really does. There's an old fairy tale passed down by Normans. It's about these twin ravens who get told by their mother to always stick together. So they take their words to heart and become inseparable. Well, until the end, when they become independent and set off on their own adventures. Maybe we can use these to split ourselves up whenever we need to. Examining the Raven Bomb Zone removes Adol and Karja's mana cuffs within the specified area. Switch between Adol and Karja and work together to open the path ahead. Oh, okay. We're doing this, huh?
Be back in a bit.
Switch. How's that? How's that?
I have a feeling they're just like trying to simulate too much. Like maybe there's like a bunch of stuff that it draws off screen or it tries to calculate that it doesn't need to. I don't know. Someday I'll get into modding it and, you know, kind of dig into it a little bit. Assuming it doesn't have like a bunch of copy protection all over it. Because, you know, it's always got to be the community that fixes those kind of problems. You know, it's hardly ever the developer that does it.
How's that?
Oh, does she stay here forever?
Switch!
Oh, she does stay there forever. Okay. We gotta go find another thing to keep that gate open, I guess. Oops. Okay, of course.
How's that? How's that?
Huh.
How's that?
Well, maybe I get to that area later, I guess.
Switch out!
Switch!
Huh. Oh yeah, I saw they did the thing remastered. I don't think I ever got a chance to play the original game. So that'll be interesting to play through.
How's that? How's that?
Oh yeah, you're close by?
Here goes.
Yeah, what an interesting project, or what an interesting you know, set of games they select. They basically select all the games that we grew up with and try to preserve them. Not all of them good, but but at least they make the effort.
Switch out! Sorry for the wait. Yeah!
It's like they really are trying to preserve all the games that you know, that just sort of disappear into the ether. Yeah, it's always interesting the ones they pick too. I never would have thought anybody would want to remaster the thing. Like, I don't think it was a super big hit when it came out. Oh, Shadow Man 1? Yeah, Shadow Man 1's really awesome. They really screwed up Shadow Man 2, but that N64 Shadow Man is a great game. Yeah, same thing with System Shock, although System Shock is sort of a hard play for me. It's a little too old school. Like, I remember playing it and having fun with it, back in the day. But I also remember being super archaic. Oh, Shadow Man on Dreamcast.
Get this done. Be back in a bit.
Yeah, I played it on N64.
Switch!
I never did beat it. At some point in time, I either got lost or I got a little bored. And like I said, they got Shadow Man 2 on PS2, and that game ran at like 12 frames a second, maybe 10. It's like the game was clearly rushed because the frame rate was just absolutely horrible. Like the Nintendo 64 version ran better.
Oh, lucky me.
Yeah, probably lost. I mean, Nintendo 64 style textures are not known for their clarity. I got lost playing the Turok games too. Although in some cases that's just kind of how the game was designed. Okay, I still can't solve this problem.
Switch!
Yeah, I don't think Turok 1 was super bad about... yeah, Turok 2 was just a maze. And then I remember them hiding switches behind objects, which they didn't even do in Turok 1. So then you had to go look for a switch behind an object, which you never would have thought to look for. And Turok 3 was kind of interesting because it took that sort of Metroid-style approach. I actually liked that game a lot more than I thought I would. Man, Acclaim kicked ass for so many years. It's too bad. Too bad they kind of ruined everything in the PlayStation 2 era. But they're also doing all sorts of shady stuff too, so no real surprise there. Yeah, Turok 2 was like the original Dark Souls. You had to know that game in and out.
Switch!
But I want to say I finished it without codes. I think that's the case with that game, because I did play it a lot. And at the time, I really loved the control scheme. I loved having the buttons move and the stick look. I thought that was genius. You know, a good way for controllers to, you know, sort of map PC style controls.
I'm back, Karja.
Nice! That was some solid teamwork. Up top, Adol. 1, 2, 3!
Yeah, I still do think Terror Arc 1 is my favorite. But Terror Arc 2 had a lot going for it. Oh yeah, that's Cerebral Poor. Yeah, Terror Arc really was good times.
Want to take a break here?
That was back when you could be like super creative with weapons. And they didn't have to be like realistically modeled over anything. You know, they could just be fake weapons. Fake overpowered weapons. So there is a runestone here after all. It will show us how to open the gates. You say that, but I bet you're hoping it'll be about the city. It's fine though. Won't hurt to see what it says either way. About these Grieger that have been popping up here and there. They might be the ones that we had the near miss with by the Orland Islands. Let's hurry and see what this runestone. Let's hurry and see what's on this runestone and then head further in. Luncheon recipe, pizza. Oh, pizza sounds good. Yeah, seems like he was too easy. But I'm sure there's a boss in here that's going to challenge us. Thought he was going to recharge his shields like 3 times. Oh boy, now I got to read this. I got to read this Norman record. I, Torsten of the White Whale, writ word to stone. For manifold reasons, my once mortal foe, Rollo, I now take as ruler and lord. O fertile grounds, Gilia Gretaria, lauded soil where wishes are granted. It is this demesne by demand of Gillian King, to which Rollo is to be relegated henceforth. By Rollo's doing was Norgard Duchy founded, its capital, Ribe, at Rhine River's banks. From there, the North Gillian Normans I did expel. Then, life's work traced trade routes over land and sea. Through them came prosperity and praise to Rollo. Duchy folk prayed Norgard's light never was to wane. Thusly thrived the realm Rollo established, exalted as heaven among earth and ocean. Excuse me. At 25 winters, a wife queen he took, with babe daughter ere long born between them. This stone, the completion of this structure marks, little princess, its namesake, the Lana Floodgates.
Rolo. Could it be the same one?
Oh, you mean the chocolate candy? This place was founded by a Norman.
Yeah. And Rolo of the Bloody Seas, no less. Even among us Normans, he was known as a merciless man who spread terror and dread throughout northern Galia. But according to this, that same man built a peaceful country here.
Rolos? Yeah, I bought some for Halloween, thinking I would get trick-or-treaters this year, and I got exactly 0 this year. We still don't know why it was destroyed.
Well, not much this runestone has to say about that.
To be fair, it was cold and wet and dark this year. Whereas last year I got trick-or-treaters and, it was still dark, but it was not cold and raining. Either that or I just gave out bum candy and I chased all the kids away. Really not sure which one it is. Trick-or-treating is a weird thing anyway. Go begging candy from strangers. It's probably not a thing that should be a thing anymore. Outside of, all having all the cool costumes. Or at least that particular tradition shouldn't really be a thing, I guess I should say. We can keep everything else.
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around.
I mean, it's the only time of the year we get to see, slutty secretary and slutty nurse and,
Something's around here.
slutty scuba diver. I don't know what they. There's always some slutty version of of a costume out there, which surprises me every year. It's like, oh really, slutty grave robber. Huh, who would have thought?
Pretty sure something's around here.
I know, a traditional nurse outfit though is anything but slutty. I mean, it is a super boring thing.
We've gone up pretty high, huh? Now where are those floodgate entrants?
Of course, you never know. Over a period of time, it could be like the Japanese schoolgirl swimsuit, where people start fetishizing it, even though it was meant to not be fetishized.
Switch! Found something!
Like I never understood it in Japanese media, like the anime and the manga, where it's like, oh yeah, she's so cute in the Japanese schoolgirl swimsuit. I'm like, that thing's not cute. That thing is the opposite of cute. It's like, oh, I see. It's the association with young girls that turns people on. I was like, these swimsuits are not cute. There's nothing hot about them. They're actually designed not to be hot. Yet somehow, over enough years, men will find anything hot. Given enough time, we'll find some way to work it in our minds that it's a hot thing.
Switch! Oh, over there. Is that the lever that controls the gates?
I think you might have a tough time with like the pantsuit, though. That might be tough to make hot. Why are they waiting here for us?
Could be. These guys just seem to appear out of thin air. Let's hurry up and get rid of them.
Ooh, the spinny things are a pain. They spin for a long time, too. Stop spinning, jerk.
Whoopsie.
That voice.
My oh my, you've both gotten so much
Harley, huh?
I can see now how you were able to defeat Yerth. I was planning to just sit back and watch in secret, but that performance was so superb I started clapping in spite of myself. Bravo! Bravo!
Oh, Loger.
So it was you. Logger!
I thought you were in the Marine Triangle.
That's where I was supposed to be, yes. But then Yerth dropped by and accused me of slacking off. Can you believe her? What a terrible thing to say. Keeping that fog barrier up requires all my efforts.
So what are you doing here?
Why, reminiscing on the good old days, of course. Back when we three generals destroyed this country. Ah, those faces are just perfect.
You were alive back then?
I suppose I was. Ah, the memories. Well, thinking things over, this may be a good chance to stir the pot a little for this saga. Now then.
I know, he's a very unserious villain.
As you know, we of the Trident are searching for our liege. You've heard as much from Yerth, correct? Well, you see, our liege was the very same man who ruled this now fallen country.
The ruler? You can't mean...
Indeed. Rollo.
That name comes up yet again.
What we generals desire above all else is Rollo's revival. Bringing this about necessitates that we locate his descendants, but they are proving oh so tricky to find. Whether they've been hidden away, or if the bloodline has simply died off, we don't know. It has us in a bit of a tizzy, as you can imagine.
So that's why you raided Karnak and Balta Island.
Actually, I think what's funny about about these villains is this is like a traditional, like, Shakespearean villain who, like, pontificates a lot and is kind of effeminate. So, yeah, very much a classic villain. Just, you know, classic in the sense of like Old English classic. Huh. What will you do once Rollo is revived?
Why, the same things he was up to before his blunder of building Norgard. You must have picked up some idea of what that might entail on your travels. Yes, Rollo of the Bloody Seas. The man who wreaked death and devastation throughout the North Sea.
God, I remember taking a girl out to go see, what was it? I think it was King Asgard. It was a play. It was like it was an old. I don't think it was Shakespeare, but it was like full of all of this, like I remember thinking it was. I remember thinking I don't know how anyone could take any of this seriously, but like everybody in the theater was just like riveted.
is the true we generals most of all, since he essentially brought us into being. Well...
Oh, sorry, it was King Lear. King Lear is what I saw.
Now we really need to defeat these villains.
And I was like, I don't get it. That was pretty much the plan anyway.
Perfect! Then I will play my role as villain to the utmost. Other is looking forward to seeing how strong you've become. And I
Or
can't
God,
wait
when I
to
went to go
watch
see
the
Hot
flash
Cat on a Hot Tin
yourself.
Roof, because it was playing here locally.
Right now, it's my turn to make your saga even grander. I expect an
And I think I fell asleep twice watching watching that. My day wasn't too happy with that, but yeah, that was one where like all the drama was just like kind of crappy people being crappy. I was like, oh, well, this is totally not interesting. This is just like totally like working with or being related to just a bunch of assholes. It's a bunch of assholes to play.
Hang in there, Karja. Hang in there, Karja. Get back on your feet. That helps.
Riverdance? Riverdance, those guys work hard though.
How do you fancy this?
I mean, maybe they don't work as hard as Taylor Swift, but they still work pretty damn hard. I gotta say, a Lady Gaga show, excellent. With as weird as she is, man, I tell you, there's so much money in that production.
Treating this like a damn game. Shield brother. We need to step
And like everybody knows every single lyric of every song.
some fighting, right? You?
I was almost a goner.
You're kidding.
Try and escape. It's getting rough.
Okay, wow, this guy kicks your ass. Everything that does humongous damage. Think so? I mean, you can do damage to him. I mean, they haven't done this. This is not like a Final Fantasy. They usually let you win, and then the cinema will show you losing, you know.
All right, let's move.
That helps.
Oh, speaking of, I gotta pick up that Fantasia.
How do you fancy this?
I forgot that came out. I guess they made a bunch of changes to it, so now it's very much a console-like experience instead of just being the original mobile game it was. Yeah, I know. Losing in the cinema does suck. It's even worse though if they make you lose in the game. Yeah. Final Fantasy, classic Final Fantasy was known for that. Yeah.
No chance. No chance. No chance.
It's like, what am I doing? Just getting my ass kicked. This was way too many missiles. I don't have ranged weapons either. I mean, it's not like I can shoot them.
Let's wrap up the tension. Switch.
You'll be fine. Just hang tight. All right, let's move. Fire in the hole! He's even stronger than yours.
My, that wasn't nearly as fun as I was hoping. I expected better of you than those tired, stock reactions.
What?
You have indeed improved, as evidenced by your being able to beat Yerv. In fact, you may be the first humans to have given me some semblance of a challenge. As such, I crave more from your words, your expressions, something with more oomph, as it were. What? What's this?
I'll tell you what that is. It's the power of mana! And it seems like it's doing its job.
Ah, there it is! It's just as Other said! I shouldn't have doubted him.
Let's end this here.
This is where we make our stand, brother. Watch out! He's up to something!
On the contrary, we'll leave it at that for today.
Huh?
Huh. What happened to making the saga grander?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm still very invested in making it as grand as can be. In the seas beyond the Lana floodgates. Yes, there in the Flumen Strait lies the perfect stage for the saga's next thrilling act. I shall await you, and the sun draws there.
More nonsense.
You two are in for quite a surprise. Do look forward to it. With that,
Hey, hey!
I'll repay this debt in kind when next we meet. So don't forget!
He got away.
We'll end this next time.
We will. And before then, we're gonna get even stronger.
Yeah, that was an interesting fight. I mean, he was like so much harder than all the other bosses. I knew they had to put a hard boss in here somewhere.
So these are the controls for the gates, huh? I'm no good at stuff like this. Look! The gate's going up!
Glad that old lever still worked.
Yeah. What a relief. Remember when we gave up on the Marine Triangle and decided to take this detour? Back then, I was real worried we wouldn't be able to make it all the way through.
We couldn't have known until we tried.
Yeah. I guess Gran was right about that. Alright. Let's head back to the Sandras.
I do like that they gave... She's the only one with a swimsuit. And it's a rather risque one, too, you know. It's not just a normal swimsuit. I was like, that's probably the only good thing about pre-ordering a game. Other than that, it's almost always a rip-off to pre-order. You know, I've been playing this series for 20 years, so yeah, I'm gonna pre-order the game. And then Adol, he gets like a full suit of armor. And granted, that's his original costume from the very, 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 very first game. But still. Well, the Japanese and the Koreans. I think the Koreans are a little bit more, they're even like more risque. I mean, all those new characters in First Ascendant, I'm like, huh. It's like those are body types that are not common in in Korea at all. Then of course Stellar Blade.
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around. Alright, better mark this area on the map.
Yeah, I think there are even more costumes you can buy as DLC. So I don't know. Maybe there's an Adol Speedo in there somewhere. Who knows? God, those things are annoying. Spin, spin, spin.
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around. Yeah! Let's get him! Nice try! Eat this!
Go chance! Go chance! How's that?
East 9 is good. I mean, the good thing about these games is that they're all quality games. So there's never really such a thing as a bad East game. But I would say it wasn't as good as 8. Like 8's really, really, really good. And then 9 was just a little bit worse. And then this is a little bit better than 9. But 9 is still good. I mean, it's not a bad game at all. If it ever goes on sale, it's worth picking up. And, you know, thankfully the Falcom games go on sale all the time.
Let's make tracks!
Yeah, East 9 is a little stranger too because it has like a kind of sort of a darker undertone. Even the color palette's a little darker. Whereas 8 in this game are, you know, they're like super bright and colorful. Not really sure why they went with that on 9 that time around. I guess they were just looking for a change of pace. But it's good times. God, it's so hard to hit those perfect parries.
Should be a good spot to rest. So the Krieger destroyed the nation that once stood here? How horrible.
That logger guy could have just been talking out of his ass, though.
The Duchy of Norgard. I've never heard of it before.
But all that was 100 years ago. Who knows what really happened back then?
True. We don't even know Karnak's history from that long ago.
So they think this Rollo's descendant is out there somewhere? I can only imagine what would happen if the Grieger actually found them.
If what Logger said was true, we should look for this Rollo or his descendant or whoever. But having the Sandras track down 1 or 2 people on its own would be slow going. This is a job much better suited for the rest of the Balta Sea Force.
In any event, it's a good thing we got that gate up. Means we can keep moving. I have the feeling a certain someone wants to hang back and adventure a while longer, though.
Adventure, can I?
How about no? I get there's a lot here that grabs your attention, but we got things that need doing. Ahead of us is the most difficult stretch of water in all of Obelia Gulf. The Flumen Strait. I'm gonna need everyone to keep their eyes up at all times.
What is it that makes this next place such a threat?
Combined with the changing tide, the offshore currents are particularly complex in the Flumen Strait. Additionally, the route itself is full of twists and turns. It's very easy to run aground there. That said, based on the Sandras' performance, the ship should have everything it needs to make it through.
That means it'll be up to all of us aboard then.
Aye. We've made it this far. I'm sure we can overcome this too. Now that we know what the Grieger are after, we can't just sit around on our hands.
Right. No way we're gonna let them do whatever the hell they want to Obelia Gulf.
I can't say I'm not scared. But I'm even more scared at the thought of losing any more.
Yeah, I agree.
I suppose having a place to come home to is important.
Ah, you guys.
All right, let's get moving. The Flumen Strait's waiting for us.
Ooh, Chapter 6 end. How many chapters are there in this game? This game seems like it's a long game.
Hugel, you're back!
Wandering ghost ship. An elusive ghost ship has been appearing sporadically in the Osmond Expanse. It persistently ambushes the Balta Sea Force and needs to be dealt with at once. We are devising a counter-strategy in Minorca Village and would appreciate your help if you're willing. Okay, why don't we stop it there? I gotta go work out tonight. Ate a bunch of calories, so, you know, now I gotta counteract that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.